Welcome everybody. I'm the Terminator, and basically I'm doing an anime review on Maou Retry. Now this is a demon lord, like being brought into another world. Now I'm doing this because just in case if you weren't really sure, because it's got kind of like that harem thing going for it. So it's gonna be kind of weird that a 30-year-old guy is gonna be dating a little younger girl. Let me explain this a little bit carefully for you so that way you can understand. The actual main character, who is the old man, is actually a 20-year-old kid. He was in college and everything, and he was brought into the world. Now he is changed into the person that he was on his character that he built on the video game that he used to play on. Point is that he's not actually that guy. But anyway, the point is that this is kind of an interesting twist over Overlord. If you like the Overlord, I liked it, I loved it, but this is kind of like an interesting little twist to kind of go towards the harem department. So I'm thinking maybe that would be an interesting twist. We'll see. So far, so good. I've been watching episode 6 all the way up, and I've been enjoying it. Not because it's one of the greatest animes that ever came out. No. It's a harem, so it goes as far as you can pretty much throw it. But I will say this. It's very good in entertainment and humor. The humor, it makes me laugh every single time I watch this anime. But I think you'll like it because the main character is actually someone that you actually want to watch. And I love Overlord, but some people just can't handle that much dark and sinister. I felt like you guys don't understand that we needed that character really bad, but for the millions and millions and millions, not everybody's gonna like that. True. But they seem to love it in Bleach. Just saying. I mean, yeah, you guys have a really dark, twisted, you love the darkness, but only when you guys can, go out and get some mayonnaise and cool it down every once in a while. I'm just saying, people think that it's like all about what they think, and I'm like, well, we need animes like that. You don't understand. Anyway, but back to the point at hand. All right, so this anime is something that you guys could definitely get behind because the character is a lot different. The main character obviously isn't here. You'll definitely enjoy it if you watch it. No, I would roll a clip, but unfortunately it gets copyrighted, and that's what happened. It got just now, as you can see, and I don't usually do this very often, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. It has gotten partially blocked from other countries. That's not good news. But that's because I actually had the clip actually air. So I'm having to redo a whole complete different one right out of the blue. Not cool. But, okay. Let's get down to the brass tacks. Anime characters, it's a joke. But, I mean, whatever. But, anyway, so point is that this is going to be an interesting little conquest. I don't know exactly how far they're going to take this, and I'm kind of just debating on it. Just letting it just, ride it out until then. But it's definitely a really good anime. Entertainment levels are through the roof. Everything is just amazing. Now, you'll see these are the holy maidens back there, but he rescued this girl right at the beginning of the first episode. The first episode, what I like about this anime, unlike most of other animes, they're brought into another world, but they have no idea how they got there, and then, of course, nobody's going to explain that. And not until they make a movie. I'm ripping on Overlord for that. That was a mistake. I believe that was a mistake, and that should have been discussed. But this is a little bit interesting because he was brought into a world by a deity, like a god, but she died right as soon as she gave him his wish. So, whatever. It was just very interesting because it was kind of like, okay, she brought them in because there were humans that brought him to this world. Now, what's funny is that even though he's a demon lord and he kills other demon lords who's come to this world, there's only one problem, and this is their world, by the way. In case if you didn't understand, this is their world. It's very quiet, very petite, and nobody's expecting any demon lords to come and reign and ride. Well, the plans of the Satanists were basically trying to get demon lords to show up so then that way that they could take over control. That was their plan. And so they used this deity, this god, who basically brought all these deities, these demon lords, into this world. So it's very interesting. But I don't know if what's going to happen in the future. I don't know what's going to happen. but I'm very excited. I don't get very excited on a lot of animes. I don't really care, but this one's definitely good. Now, unlike all the other animes that I've pretty much watched up to date, this one actually has pretty good, decent story dialogue and everything. It's actually got a really good. I just like it. It's very different for a lot of animes, and the different characters are definitely a good, interesting twist. I think it is hilariously put together to point out a lot of the stuff that's been kind of funny. Like, for instance, let me try to see if I can find her. Oh, there she is. Okay, this character right here is actually a guy. He's a boy. The funny part is that his name is almost hilariously like a chick. The funny part is you wouldn't even know that was you would think that was a chick, even from looking at her and from listening to her for a couple of seconds. Turns out it's a guy the whole entire time, which is really weird. But I love it because it really shows how animes have been doing this lately, where they have the girl who's a girl, but it's actually a guy the whole entire time. She's got this little thing going, and it's like, what the hell? I'm like, what? And then they ended up actually the main character ends up falling in love with that character, and he's a guy. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, it's getting hard to get behind anime when they do this crap. I mean, it's really getting hard. It's one thing if that's the way the anime style is going, but it doesn't. It just they do this on purpose, and I'm like, just because you bring out an anime doesn't make me want to just join your side right away. I mean, this is the funny part about this whole thing, is that this character is showing off how Japanese anime has been making these characters over and over again, and it's so dumb. And they're the first ones who actually pointed it out, and they should be shot for bringing out these characters who are guys who are dressed like girls. I'm just saying that needs to stop, seriously, because nobody wants to see anybody doing that. It's just that they did it on purpose and to kind of make it different for the character. But anyway, but back to the point at hand. The overall characters in this anime are definitely they got a funny twist to them all. Now, anyway, so in case if you weren't wondering, the princesses, this is a little bit difficult to explain and digress. These are the holy maidens behind their back on the back, and this is obviously the demon lord and his doctor, who is basically really awesome, but she's really powerful. So it's kind of interesting how he's able to control her with just simply. Anyway, there's a couple of things that I was kind of a little surprised about, but anyway, the interesting part is this is actually the substitute character. She's more holy than any of these holy maidens. These girls are like so freaking sadistic and crazy and methodical, maniacal, and just genocide. I mean, you wouldn't look at it and go like, oh, there's no way. But let me explain. They're just as sinister as a lot of different animes. Like, they're sinister is almost like on the demons level. And they're so much of a freak, it's not even funny. And it's like, what the hell are they doing? You know, it's like, and you see that in the anime. But I find that interesting because if you think you're on the right side of justice because you are a holy maiden, I just expected a lot from a holy maiden. I expected it to be holy than thou. No, that didn't happen. And so then, like, you can see the face. Look at the face right there. Look at this face. You see that? That's a sinister, like, that right there. Oh, interesting. They actually showed a picture of this. Interesting. I'm glad I got to show this to you before I clicked the video. This is the deity that I was talking about. This is the god that summoned him from the other world. Now, this deity is actually a female, which is very interesting. I think she looks like an elf, like an elfin light or something like that. So it's not much. I don't have much information. I don't read the mangas on this one because why should I care that much? But I will say that this is definitely interesting. I will say this is a different, interesting twist. Now, I wanted to throw this out there so that way you can see this, but this is the kind of sort of thing that that is to be expected because it's just a harem, obviously. But the interesting part was that it's not all about the harem that makes this show great. What makes it is the other pieces that goes into it. He's a demon lord, so basically he's doing sales and associates and stuff like that, building his own little businesses and stuff like that. He's trying to put his foot into the ground of this world, basically. I guess would be the same. So he's trying to get his feet under the ground. So I guess that's what's going on here, to be more specific, because I guess he wants to have his own little castle. Is what he always keeps on saying over and over again. He wants to have his own castle. So we'll see how that goes down. It's interesting that he's got a little bit of a desire to want to have his own castle. I mean, I don't see why he couldn't do it. I mean, potentially. Now this character, which was summoned by the demon lord himself. It was called the character exchange. What that meant was it popped him out, and he was now he's going to become his rival. Now, who knows if they're going to become friends or not? We'll see. They may become enemies. That's why I'm kind of enticed. That's kind of what I want to see. It would be interesting to see that. Alright, well, that's pretty much it for now. If you guys want to watch this, go ahead. I will put a link in the description that will send you to this anime site that I go to. It's a free anime site. You don't have to worry about signing up. You don't have to worry about signing up to Facebook and stuff like that. And then having an account. I have no account on here. I've never even signed up. That's how crazy it is. But you can watch different, they have different, individually, they have different upload sections. In each one, you can go to a different source, and that's what I like about it. So you can go to individual sources, and that's really awesome. So most of it's pretty much the same video, um, but different servers. So if like one of them's broken or something like that, you might have better luck for something down below. Anyway, but this site's pretty simple, and it runs pretty good in the background. It's not as I have ad blocker, so I basically don't even mess with the site as far as it goes. I just watch the videos and stuff like that. But anyway, so if you guys are interested in watching this anime for free, go ahead. It doesn't cost anything. I will ask you guys to put out some comments down below if you like certain characters, but I'm also going to be doing a wallpaper and basically put down some comments on exactly what you want to do with the wallpapers and stuff like that, because it's going to have no nudity. That's one fact. No nudity on any of the wallpaper that I make. So that's going to be a fact. That's just number one rule that I have. No nudity. And I think that's a good one. But anyway, so if you guys have any questions on the anime itself, and if you want a discussion, I'm usually on some Discord, so I can meet you on Discord if necessary. But for now, let's just well, I think that's going to do it on this review. If you guys like this review, put some comments on there. I do not get paid to do this for a living type of sort of thing. So basically, I'm not charging anything. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. All right, bye.